I see happening when I'm doing a healing, and what has brought me to the path of being a multidimensional healer. And by a multidimensional healer, what I'm talking about is healing the spiritual, the physical, the mental, the emotional, and bodies in all time and space. In reality, what Einstein and quantum physics is telling us is that all time is now, that there's no such thing in reality as past or present and future, that there's no such thing as this linear time continuum that we think of. So what happens is that we are in fact living every existence that we ever have and ever will live right now. They're all right here with us right now. But since we aren't brought up in a way that we accept this as a reality, there are many disowned parts of ourselves that are living existences that we would find shocking. And it kind of makes things like racism, we see the fallacy in it and the humor in it, actually, because we find out that most of us are probably every single race that there is. Most of us are both genders. Most of us have been and are all creatures and that have ever been. And so what happens is during a healing process is we can start to reclaim these disowned parts of ourselves. And because there is a part of us inside of us that is aware of all of these things that are going on, all of these things that they have ever done. And I use the past tense, of course, just to make the separation between this person that we are right now that maybe drives a car and goes to work and eats at restaurants versus the person who is maybe on a battlefield with a sword in their chest, or a person who's a peasant who's pushing a really big wooden cart through a village. And just to make that distinction, I'll use the past tense. But what we can do is reunite these parts and bring them into who we are now and reintegrate them into our identity. And what happens is all of the trauma that that person has experienced, we can heal that trauma now, and that part of us will be healed in present day. So that, because sometimes we do things that we don't even understand why we do them. We get into a conflict situation and we overreact so tremendously, and or maybe incredibly angry, or we cry hysterically, and the present situation probably didn't call for that. And what's happening is we've triggered something else that's going on. So as we start to identify these things and reintegrate these things, we become more aligned emotionally, and all parts of ourselves come more into alignment. And the other thing that happens that's really exciting is that we reclaim the power that that entity has, because we reintegrate them and their powers and their knowledge. And so ultimately we get a greater sense of who we are now. And we become more integrated, more powerful now. And we become more peaceful now. And so that this is a process that we can go through as humans. This is something that you can do on your own. This is something that you can do with a healer. This is something I can help you with. And it's been one of the most enriching experiences of my life, and so I invite you into this journey as well. Namaste.